Couple guys and their dog taking a little cool off in the Humber River. That's what I would have did when I was a kid. Good for those guys, or girls, or whatever. I know one of them for sure is a dog. I don't think that's a furry. I think that's a real dog. But anyhow, good for them. So we're making good our escape. They're playing Freebird now. My two buddies, they're cocktailing pretty heavy, so good time to bounce. My feet are killing me. My first time at a concert since I quit drinking 2.5 years ago. My first time at the Molson Amphitheater. Now it's called the RBC Amphitheater, so it's been a good night. Well, I'm just trying to avoid the rat race today in Toronto. I was at the Leonard Skinner and Foreigner concert last night, and I got my fill of large crowds, so just down by the Humber River. And I'm just going to enjoy a Maltese pastry called a pastizzi. I've had them on my videos before. Decided to come this way on Dundas, come down to this parked area and just chill out. Let's have a little discussion of what's going on in Toronto. Meat and peas. Very tasty little flaky pastry. So let's discuss a little bit about my evening last night. I go down to see Leonard Skinner and Foreigner, and there was an opening act before Foreigner, and I can't remember who it was, but we caught a little bit of that. But the sound was spectacular. The name of the venue is the RBC Amphitheater, and I would like to say that Leonard Skinner did headline the concert, but I'd have to say it was a co-headline, because Foreigner, they sounded awesome. Leonard Skinner sounded awesome, and Lou Graham came out at the end and sang one song. He sang the final song for Foreigner, and I can't put too much of that in this video. I did take some footage of the concert, but I'll get copyright strike, so I can't really put it in the video. But I went down with a lifelong friend, my buddy Dave, and his co-worker Ron. Now, my buddy Dave, I've known since kindergarten class. We were literally in kindergarten class together, so we know each other like brothers. And we've done a lot of things together over the years, and we know how one another works. I don't drink no more, as you may or may not know. 2.5 years I haven't had a drink, but my friend Dave still drinks, and his co-worker Ron, which is a buddy too, he drinks as well. And when you go to concerts, you know, you let your hair down, and these guys have a lot of hair, and you just, you don't really think of how much you're drinking, whatever. And they got a little, they were feeling pretty good, I'll put it that way. But no problems, no big deal. So we had general lawn admission tickets. My friend Dave bought the tickets. He comped me and Ron. We didn't have to pay him for the tickets. And then when I was coming across the Sirius FM Lookout, it's like a private little club that you have to get tickets for to sit in, or to sit or stand in this club. It's got a private bar. It has its own washroom, it has its own access, and you're elevated above all the seating areas. So you're far back from the stage. I'll put a little footage in.
Y'all ready to have a good time? Everybody in the back feeling? That's what we're in double trouble for.
You're far back from the stage, but it's a good vantage point, and like I said, you have all the amenities close to you. And our one friend Ron, he smokes, and so there's a smoking area not so far away, so it's a good place. So as we were walking, just milling about, I recognized a girl from the neighborhood. I'm not going to say her name, and she let us in to this lounge area, which was I was very appreciative of that. So a little shout out to this unnamed person. So, but anyhow, what I want to discuss, it's not so much about the concert, which was fantastic. It sounded good. It was a really good night. A little bit of breeze down by the lake, not a cloud in the sky. Awesome night. My first concert after since I quit drinking, so it was definitely different. And the price of, obviously I know the price of things because, you know, I got my ear and my eyes in reality. But for one of those 740 milliliter Bubba cans, Michelob Ultra, they're $22.50 for 740 mil. Now that is essentially 2 cans of beer in one. So one round is 45.50, I believe. So no, they were $22.75. And I had a couple non-alcoholic beers. I had 2 or 3 of those, and they're about, I don't know, they were $10 each. And so and the way my buddies drink, they are not cheap dates. I don't know how much they spent, but it's a lot of money. But going in there, I hadn't really eaten nothing all day. I had a busy day yesterday running around, and I didn't really have too much to eat. So I got a sausage before I went in, a sausage on a bun. Sausage on a bun and a pop was $16.50, and the sausage was disgusting. On the way out, my 2 buddies hit the sausage cart over the Ontario Place Bridge by BMO Field, and 2 sausages there and 2 Cokes was $30. For 2 little sausages and 2 Cokes was $30. So the price gouging is unbelievable. So then we want to get a cab. So we walked, because there's a lot of cabs over by the Lakeshore GO station. We knew that, so it's a little bit of a walk. Even a little bit further when you got 2 guys that were partaking in heavy cocktailing. No big deal. Our one buddy, Ron, he lives in Mississauga, grew up in Mississauga, and he's unfamiliar with the way the inner workings of Toronto transpire. So I had to keep an eye on him. My buddy Dave, he's a streetwise guy. I keep an eye on him too because he's been drinking, but I don't really have to keep an eye on him. Just keep a proximity of where he's located. But Ron, Ron, if you're watching this video, you're a full-time job, brother. But anyhow, so we get over to the cab, and this one cab driver comes up, and from Lakeshore GO to where we live at Jane and St. Clair, it's not that far. I'd say it's about maybe 8-9 kilometers. The guy quoted us $80. So then another guy heard this, and all the cab drivers are brown. All of them are brown. Put that in perspective. All of them are brown. I don't know where they're from, whatever. Another guy hears this, and he goes, I can do it for 40. And I go, okay, well, let's go. So I sat in the front, they sat in the back. The cab driver's name was Malik from Pakistan, 4 kids, very nice guy, very nice guy. And so we talked on the way home. Well, we talked, and like I said, an intelligent guy, been in Canada 35 years, good guy. In a licensed cab. He said to us that the guy that wanted $80 was unlicensed, and he said most of the cabs down there are unlicensed. They just put something on the roof of a cab-looking car or whatever car, and they pretend to be a cab, and they pick up fares and they rip people off. So, and I didn't see any cops around there. I didn't see any bylaw officers, I didn't see any cops. And I'm talking, there was 30 cabs, at least, maybe 40. And how many of those 30 or 40 cabs were unlicensed? You don't know what you're getting into. Let's just say 2 inebriated women get into a cab, and it's an unlicensed cab. Who knows where this guy's going to take these women? That's what I'm getting at here. And I'm telling you, like I said, I didn't see any cops. Maybe there was plainclothes cops down there undercover. I don't know. But the guy kind of gave me, or Malik gave me a background on the way home. He says, yeah, it's at every concert, there are probably 100 unlicensed cabs there. So, Mayor Slurmouth Chow, put some pants on. We don't need to see your saggy ass. Get out and start doing something in this city and fix the goddamn roads while you're at it. Do something. So on the way out of Exhibition Grounds, we're coming by the agricultural building, I believe it is, and about a 350-pound liberal stopped right in front of our cab, and he's just looking at us. And you're going to ask, how did I know he was a liberal? Because he was wearing an N95 mask. He was visibly deranged just by the mask alone. So anyhow, I had a couple words with him. I didn't get out of the cab. My friend in the back seat wanted to, but we didn't. So that was the extent of coming out of Exhibition Grounds. Going into the concert, you have to go through one metal detector. If you get shifted over to secondary inspection, which I did, my other 2 friends didn't. I don't know what went off, whatever. It's like airport security. You got to put your bag in a tray, or port security, and they look in your bag, and you go through a second metal detector. So obviously that cleared, and I went into the concert. But when we came out, there are predators. There are predators outside the gates of RBC Amphitheater. And like I said, my one friend Ron, he's a happy-go-lucky type guy, lived a sheltered life. So right away, this one guy comes up to him, and we look back. Like, he wasn't that far behind us, my buddy Ron. He was, I don't know, like maybe 20 feet behind us. He's got one guy already with his arm around him. Then this big native guy, like, I don't know, 6'4", with a hunk out of his neck, an open wound on his neck. And clearly, this guy has had a very hard life. His face has been beat up bad many times. He has a current, I would say it was a fight injury of some sort on the side of his neck. And he's slurring, he's drunk, but they are working in tandem. And it turns out they're probably working in 3 or 4 people. They're looking to roll people. They're looking to steal stuff off people, whether your watch, your wallet, whatever you can give them. They try to intimidate you. Give me $20, buddy. Give me your smokes. Give me this, give me that. So anyhow, my buddy Dave was up ahead about 20 feet. But, you know, he had the wherewithal to look back as well. But I had them both anyways. So anyhow, I said to the native guy, go stay away from me, brother. And I went and grabbed my buddy, well, me and Dave went and grabbed Ron. And we had to explain to Ron that you better stick a little closer to us, or he's not going to have a very good remainder of his evening. So my advice, it's been about 3 years since I've been to a concert, and in that time span and going into these situations sober, you get a different perspective, right? So you got 3 years difference in between the time I went to my last concert to last night, and I'm 2.5 years sober. So you look at things much more objectively, and a much clearer picture is presented to you. So I'm going to give people a warning, and I've been saying this in a lot of my videos. There was a very bad aura, very bad vibe coming out of that concert last night. Within the concert was good. Ran into a buddy down there, my buddy Steve from the old neighborhood. It's good to see him. But the concert itself was really good. Can't stress that enough. Leaving the concert was a different animal. And I'm telling people, like I've been saying in my videos, we are on the cusp. We are on the verge of societal collapse. The lawlessness, the sense of lawlessness it's in the air, for lack of a better expression. And I understand there's a lot of drunk partiers and this and that. I get that. Hold on a second. What's that beagle doing?
Sniffing.
Yeah, that's what they're good at.
The only thing he does.
Yep. People that have beagles know that. That's all they ever do. So, a lot of people at this concert were from out of town, without a doubt. You see a lot of girls there wearing the Daisy Dukes, cowboy boots, cowboy hats. It's a concert atmosphere. Everyone that's been to these type of rock concerts, especially Southern rock and Foreigner. So you have a mixture of, you know, people that are there for Foreigner, people that are there for Leonard Skinner, and people there for both, like I was. And they travel far and wide. They come from way up north, so they're not used to the city environment. And I know this because of my YouTube channel. I talk to a lot of people on my YouTube channel that are from up north, and you know, they like looking through my camera to see what Toronto's really like, and they comment, and a lot of their comments, you know, they say, like, I'm glad I don't live in that city, I don't want to go to that city, and you know, when I pass through, I'm very safe, my situational awareness is heightened, all that. And I'm telling you, and there's millions of videos like that online about Toronto and big cities. But I'm just giving another warning. I'm just bolstering the fact that you got to be careful. People that, especially from outside the city, that aren't used to this, or people that are oblivious to what's going on in this liberal hellhole, it's very dangerous. 100% people were pickpocketed last night. I'll get something in a second. 100% people, their cell phones were stolen. People were intimidated out of money, out of cigarettes, out of whatever. So my friend's sitting down on the block eating his sausage at the end of the evening, and actually both of them were. Both my friends were sitting on this concrete curb, a higher curb, and this guy comes out of the bushes behind us. I was looking at him. I seen him coming, And he's a young kid. He's wearing cowboy boots, and you know, you can tell he's from up north. So what he did, his EDC, his everyday carry pocket knife, he buried he buried in the dirt by the bushes because he knew he was going to be metal detected going through into the concert. So he comes back, and believe it or not, the guy couldn't find his EDC. He couldn't find his utility knife. He couldn't find it. So I hope it wasn't a Benchmade or a zero tolerance, or you know, an expensive knife, CRKT, whatever. So, and yeah, I felt bad for the kid there. And you know, he's looking at us like he didn't say if we seen anything, and we didn't. So anyhow, we walk from there. We walk up to the Lakeshore GO station, and you see some weird things going on. You see drunk people, and I did see a couple cops milling about over there, but the police presence should have been a lot bigger. It should have been a lot bigger. I only seen like 2 cops, and they're over by BMO. I think they were kind of watching BMO Field, make sure nothing happened over there. They need more police there. I didn't see any fights. I've seen many fights at concerts. Many. I've seen violent acts at concerts. So, people, if you come to Toronto for a concert for a good time, be very aware, especially coming in and coming out. That's all I got to say in this video. You got anything to add to what I just outlined in my video, put it in the comment section. And I'll do my very best to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye. What you doing, buddy?
Oh, my parents are just coming.
Yeah, good. Having a good ride today?
Yeah.
Atta boy. Nice bike, man.
Thank you.
I like that bike.
Just letting you know that there are a few like little raccoons on the back.
No.
Yeah.
Are they meaner or are they good ones?
They were just like on the road.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate that. Have a good day. Good little kid. Polite little kid. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
Where's this kid's parents? Heck, I think that kid might have been lying to me. He's by himself. I think that kid might have been stretching the truth a little bit. I don't see no parents around here. It wasn't like I was asking where his parents were. That kid seems pretty guilty of something. I think he snuck his little bike out and he's on his own. Oh. Hey, you missing one of your kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way up there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's good. Okay, careful, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, good. Thank you for
yeah, he'll wait on the bridge for you. So that kid was way ahead. I wouldn't want my kid that far ahead. You know, back in the day, you know, it wasn't much of a problem, but this day and age, geez.